Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the St Margaret of Scotland Youth Group podcast. Today we have Cole Wyatt, Megan O'Hara, and fortunately this time no Sean Henderson. So both Megan and Cole are part of the music group. Do you want to introduce yourself? How long have you been going to Lourdes?
Hello, I'm Megan, and I have been going since 2015, so if COVID hadn't happened, this would have been my 10th year.
So I'm Cole, and this is my second year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only the second year.
Yeah.
2 years of the music group, or?
No, this was my first year in the music group. So I done my first year as just a normal groupie, and this year I decided to go into the music group.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now we've got to know, we'll take a quick break now and come back and we're just talking about kind of your experience with the youth group and then a wee bit on Lourdes in general.
Sing it in the valleys, shout it from the mountain tops. Jesus came to save us, and the saving never stops. He is King of Kings, and new life he brings. Sing it in the valleys, shout it from the mountain tops. Whoa, shout it from the mountain tops.
Okay, so the first thing I think we can talk about, since it's all about kind of musicians, is just kind of how and why you joined the music group. Megan, if you want to go first.
Yeah, so I first started out in the choir or the music group in my church, and then when I was coming to Lourdes, Sean, who is actually my cousin, signed me up for it basically. And
No choice.
nah, didn't really have a choice. But actually, it was one of the best decisions I made because I absolutely love being a part of the music group.
And kind of, would you say it's more full on being a part of the group, or would you rather, or do you think you just kind of go with it in a sense?
Yeah, but I think in previous years, it's been more of a go with the flow. This year's a bit more full on because we had it was basically a new group this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a lot more we had a bigger role to play this year because we were all trying to get used to each other. Whereas in previous years, we all knew how each other worked and how each other played and sang. So this year I definitely think was more of a challenge than previous years, but it's still fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're speaking about it later on, but like, you do see the kind of impact the music has on the whole trip, you know. I think it'd be not boring, but slightly less. If there was no music there, it'd kind of be like a bit of a more dull experience.
Definitely, because we can obviously see it from like our perspective. Like we can see we're always obviously at the front, so we can always see what's going on, like within the mass, within the church. So you do definitely see how it impacts people throughout the services and throughout the masses. No, absolutely. I think it's definitely something.
Definitely something.
It definitely is something.
And Cole, what about you?
I started like just at the end of 6th year. We done like a feel good Friday type thing, right? And everyone in 6th year like got up and done something that was ABBA related. So I got up for a laugh, right, and done SOS. And then Lewis, right, done it. He was like, "Oh my god, you're so good," and all that. Not to like blow him on for it. And then we decided that we were going to Lourdes. And then obviously like at night and stuff, people got up and have like a sing song and stuff. And it was after one of the nights, Vary, who used to be like one of the leaders with Michael, it was her that said to me that I should consider joining the music group. And then it was me and you, Megan, when we spoke about it, and I was like, right, okay. And then I decided, I would just give it a shot and see how it was.
We nervous about doing it, because it seems like a fairly big responsibility being a part of the music group.
Yeah, the first year they made it look effortless. Like they were very, very good. And it's so, you don't realise how difficult it actually is until you're in there, because you're running about trying to set up equipment, then if something doesn't work, and then actually trying to remember when you're doing this or what part you're doing, and it is nerve-wracking. Like the day me and you were supposed to do I Am the Bread of Life in the Underground Basilica, my mic cut out and I was like, oh, I got so nervous, and then the mic cut out and I was like, that's so annoying, but it is, you just get used to it, and it was a really good experience this year.
Yeah, you just kind of keep going as well when things like that happen. Like the first day, none of our mics were working, none of our our speakers were working. So
And it was such a shame, because it's so good when it's in the main Basilica building as well.
So it was a bit rotten for Emma as well, because it was her first day as
And
our
on that note, Emma done a great job this year.
Job, so good. But it was a shame that it just, that first day just didn't work out the way it was planned to work out, but it was still good. It was still, like, we still went ahead and done the music, and actually I think it was still really nice.
Yeah, I think it was lovely again this year.
Yeah, just going off that, I mean, like, even my first year, you can tell, like, the music, I mean, you're on, what, 2, possibly 3 times a day at certain points. Like, how much of an impact, like, does that have on the pilgrimage? Like, the music going along with just the whole experience?
Yeah, I think, as you said, it is full on. Like, some days, as you were saying, it is 3 times we're all together playing music. So it is very full on, and like sometimes you're at services doing 8, 9, 10 songs without a break in between. You're just going one after the other. But it really makes it, like, the day, you can definitely tell the difference between the day we had the equipment working and the day we didn't.
Yeah.
Like, it does really make a difference to it. And I think, as when we were talking earlier, like, the atmosphere of the pilgrimage wouldn't be the same if we didn't have the music group.
No, I definitely do think it brings a lot of emotion to the services and to the masses, because I think it would be boring, but it wouldn't have the same atmosphere or the same emotion.
One thing I will say is, last year when we were finishing up our pilgrimage, we all got into our groups, and I always remember Sean Donnelly saying something. He said to us in our group that it was about perspective in the music group. You're up there and you can see everyone else in the group, and he's right.
Yeah.
It is about perspective. I've noticed that a lot more this year. Being up there and being able to see every single person in the youth group, but not only the pilgrims as well. You see a lot of emotion coming from them and obviously us, and it gets to you. Like, there was days me and you were quite literally grabbing on each other to try and stop crying while we're mid-singing. Because it is so emotional.
It is so emotional, but even with, like, us, for our personal lives as well, there's hymns that we are singing in Lourdes that I've sang at personal things, like the both for, like, my gran and papa's funerals, we sang All for Jesus. I can't sing that in Lourdes because I just get so emotional. And then I can see it in getting, like, other people getting emotional at it, because it is an emotional hymn, but and I think because the whole reason I went to Lourdes in the first place was because my gran and my papa, so Lourdes is that's my connection, like, it's still my connection to my gran and papa, have both passed away, and then All for Jesus is what we sang in Lourdes, and it is a whole lot of emotion for us.
The one that really got me was when we sing at night prayer. So we do a couple of songs every night at night prayer, and it was Heaven From Here by Robbie Williams. And I don't know why, but we were all getting up and we were all in our groups. I just could not speak. I was just could not stop crying. Probably partly to do with you start crying, Finn, and then I start crying.
You could even tell, like, even, like, I mean, when out later on at night, you know, when there was nights we were just singing and dancing, and you go from, like, a normal random song, and then the next thing you'd be out singing a hymn in a hotel bar, like, it's a really strange, but everyone
gets involved.
They probably get involved more for the hymns than they do with any other song, because everyone knows it.
It is, it's definitely, I would say the music is a big part of the pilgrimage. I don't think it would have the same atmosphere or the same emotion or togetherness if the music group wasn't a thing.
I also think it gels the youth group together, because we all then get involved in other hymns. Like even on the reunion, we're all getting back singing "Shine Jesus Shine" in the reunion.
Yeah.
Like it does bring everyone together. So I would say the youth group works much better when the music group is there.
You don't realise that as well. Like if there was no music, there would be no like atmosphere to the pilgrimage. I don't think.
Yeah. And then, so obviously music is a big part, but then also like Lourdes itself is obviously an emotional trip. Just like I talked about on either, you know, how this year impacted you or years, because obviously you've been going a few times now, you've been a couple of times. How would you say this year compared to?
I would actually go as far to say this was probably my favourite year.
That was?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting you up at 6:30, everyone was a highlight of my week.
I got up.
No, I think this year was possibly my favourite year, but I think that's because I had a different role this year. I didn't actually have a designated pilgrim, so I was kind of just floating about, helping as and when I was needed. So at the start of the week, I actually said to Sean, I was like, I'm not enjoying this because I feel like a spare part, I don't have anything to do. And he was like, just look about to see who needs help, because as one of the older groupies, you're wanting one of the newbies to be able to have the full experience. But actually it turned out that I really enjoyed that role, because I was able to kind of gel with other people, and like I was able to walk about and see if anybody needed help and chat to people that if I had a pilgrim I possibly wouldn't have been able to talk to. Like it was very different this year to any other year. But no, definitely I think it was my most favourite year this year. But I did like the people that I've met as well throughout the whole, like the 10 years that I've been involved in the group. I've met people that I would never have crossed paths with and never have had a friendship with if it wasn't for the youth group.
Yeah, for me, my first year, like I can realise like it was such a great experience to the point that I came back. I've encouraged my dad to come along, maybe not, it can't make next year, but the year after. But it's now at the point where she's saying off his own back to other people, not going to come one year. Because I think, even though it is hard to explain what Lourdes is without sitting on horn, things like the podcast, loads of people have listened in and have heard, because that is a way of kind of continuing the pilgrimage for us, because we know when we came back, I felt it first. You told me actually, was it the last time Lord you said to me, wait until you come back and you feel the doom.
Yeah.
Like wait until you come back and you realise there's nothing, and I'm still experiencing it. And I reckon I will be until the day before in July. You know, it'll go that long. Because I was thinking about it the other night, I was thinking, for such an amazing experience, it's 7 days out of 365, and yet it has such a big like impact on you. It's crazy when you really think about it.
I've never really thought about it that way, to be honest with you. But I feel like since what we've been back, a month? Not even a month yet?
No, not even been a
3
month.
weeks-ish?
Yeah.
And how many times have we got together to bond with each other?
I know.
And we've like I have literally known you for a month. I feel like the group there's a great dynamic to the group as well, and I think that's really impacted my life because I'd say in the last 2 years I've been out more times socially and then I have in the last 10 years that I've been able to go out, do you know what I mean? Because I've just, the group is such, there's a great dynamic to the group now.
I think one thing you said when you spoke at night prayer, which really stuck with me, is this group isn't friends, it's family. And it really is. We actually do everything as a group. I think like the best feeling I had after my first time was when the fundraiser started coming back out, because then you're like, right, a lot of people from the youth group are going to be there, and then before you know it, you're at the ladies' lunch in December where every single person is there, and you're just back into the swing of things, and it's a really good feeling.
Because I think sometimes you definitely see the impact the group has on other people when you go to these fundraisers, and the majority of the people there are the youth group. Like there is, because people just want to go and support other people, but also you also want to go and see your pals, and like, because you might have not been able to make it to the last one, so you're definitely making it to the next one, so you can actually see people, and it is definitely, it is family. I wouldn't say friends, I would say family.
The thing that happened, like the reunion night last year, was like a lot of the pilgrimage from like in the older groupies to the newbies, everyone was there. And you were talking with people that you never thought you would. Like, I kind of came back at the end of the night and thought, I'm too far. I had a proper conversation with somebody who 2 weeks ago I had no clue who they are.
Sean, sorry to interrupt you, but Sean says a really good point in the prep day. Right now, you don't really know who you're sitting next to, but in 7 days' time, you'll know everything about them. And it is so true. Like, even our first year, me and you were sitting next to each other in the prep day, and then we look at us now, we're a year on, and we like talk to each other all the time.
I know. Like last year, first year I'd been back since the death of my papa, and it was very hard for me. And I don't know how, I don't know why, but I just gravitated towards you and Lewis. I don't
Couldn't
know.
make me cry, so please stop.
Like, I just gravitated
No
towards,
videos here.
like, but I just gravitated towards you two, which is, it's weird because there's such a big age gap between us as well. Like, there's what, 7 years between us? 8 years between us?
I'm no good at maths, but I'll go with you right. That's
So,
fine.
The fingers out, like.
but like, when I came back, I was just like, you two are my boys. Like, I absolutely love the boys, the both of yous. But like that last year, I just could talk to the both of yous and just chat away. You have a laugh, and you were brilliant as well as part of the youth group. At prep day, we didn't know each other, and then by the end of it, like, I loved you. Like, my bestie.
But that's the big thing. I came out the amount of friends you make as well. It's a lot. Like, you make that a lot more than you do. And like I said, it's like, it does become family in a sense, because we're going to be going on this trip for a year. Not for a year.
I wish we were going for a year.
We're going to go for like a week or 10 days, probably for the next 5 or 6 years, until we get,
Or 10 years.
until we get told we're too old.
I know.
Which I'm dreading.
What are you looking at me?
Already.
You've only just completed your first year. I'm sure you'll have a lot more years to go.
I hope so too. We speak about the fundraisers are good. It's also a lot of work. Fundraising.
Yes.
From you can you do personal ones obviously, and then you do group ones. Which I'm definitely looking forward to. Because that was one of the best. The charity ball night and the Radisson Blue was a really good night.
Yeah, because I think we are there as a family. But we've also brought our own families.
Because
that's a good point.
our families get to see what we do. Because the majority of our families don't actually come out to Lords. I've been going 10 years, and the only year that my mum and dad have ever been out was for my 21st. My mum was part of the youth group when she was 18. Went for 1 or 2 years. And then the next time she was back was for my 21st. My dad had never been out as well in all the years that I was going.
But even on that point, so like your mum went and now you've went. And it's like me, so my mum went back when she was my age. I think she was like 17 when she went, and she's going to come back next year. And it's like, it feels like just like a full circle, getting to experience it again. Because she's not been back, she went once. And it was a lot of money obviously back then as it is now, so she couldn't afford to go twice, but she's going to come back next year, and and when we talk about it and all that, she was like, "Oh, it still sounds the same," but no year is the exact same. There's always something that's different about it.
And I think I personally get to experience it a wee bit different because I do have my family like within the youth group with me as well, so I get to experience it with Sean, Hayley, Claire, Matty, Captain, Uncle Craig, Hayley's mum, dad. I have my actual family.
Basically half the youth group. So I
get to experience it with my actual family as well, which is so special for me as well because that's something that we all get to do together, and I just love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah, you make me now ready for next year already. It's already like when can we go back? Because we're meeting for the first time on the 21st.
Yeah.
What's that? 11 days.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Already talking about 2025.
I know.
More pizza.
No, I was with some of the girls last night and we were talking about when is it too early to start planning a fundraiser?
No, Maria Strain's already planned half the group's West Ham away trips. She's on the ball with that. That's another. Maria and the rest of the committee work so hard behind the scenes. Like sometimes people just think going to Lourdes is we're just there for the week, but they plan all year round for it.
Yeah, they were saying a bit on the last episode about the meeting to go to, and then Kevin also obviously went into a good bit of detail on working with the pilgrims, which but kind of the focus is it. They are the focus of it, but the amount of work that goes behind the scenes for us to go, and obviously for the music group, that must be a lot of. That's the question, Claire. Do you do a lot behind the scenes before Lourdes? I.e., like meeting up for stuff?
So usually we start about January time, start planning, like we do our rehearsals, and obviously if there's things out with, so we often get asked to play at funerals, weddings, baptisms, things like that, just masses in general.
Yeah, like the post and pre-pilgrimage masses and stuff.
So we get asked to play at them as well, so we need to we do that, but also we have rehearsals.
Deep within, I will plant my law.
And then Emma, and before it was Emma, it was KP. They have a lot of work to try and figure out what hymns we're going to be doing throughout the full pilgrimage. So not only have they got all the masses, but then they get the services out with, and then they've got night prayer every night. And anything that sometimes this stuff sprung up in us, and they're like, okay, can you play at that? And we need to kind of make something up as
You
we go
can't
along.
say no.
Yeah. So
even like things, just thinking of that, like when we went to the St Margaret of Scotland statue, like they were just flung in, and we had to like do a hymn when we were there. So we were just told that morning that that's what we're doing.
Usually that's just instruments do that. But yeah, that was just sprung upon us.
But it was nice though.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Even that, like that area, like obviously like we know it now, it's so small. It's tiny. And to fit all the wheelchairs, the waiters, and all of us, plus like all the hospitality and stuff, it's all like really like tight knit.
It takes a lot, yeah.
It takes a lot, and it was really nice for us to stand with the statue next to us and literally have yous right in front of us.
And watching the wee kids have fun. Like they were running around every member of the youth group, just kids. Staring at them.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, that's one of the highlights. See when we were doing the nighttime prayers, the toddlers would just like run out.
Eva and Oscar right up and down.
Like they would just be, somebody would do a speech at the front and they just kind of walk up and they stand almost on their toes. And just listen. Just look like up and listen. And you're like, try and be serious here, try and be serious.
But I from my perspective, I love seeing that because then that's me watching my niece and nephew growing up with all these amazing people.
Yeah.
Like they've got so many people looking out for them, and if there's anything ever happening, they've got all these people that are going to be there for them.
Yeah.
And so many inspirational people that they're looking up to. Like they're going to be growing up knowing every single one of you and thinking, oh my god, I'm part of this amazing group.
Me and Aidan actually, we were talking about this the other day. they have some unbelievable childhood.
Mm-hmm.
They have obviously Sean and Hayley, great parents. They have incredible grandparents and other family. But then they've also got the rest of the youth group.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, at days, Ava was like joined at my hat.
Yeah.
Like, even at that day at the lake, sitting splashing me every 2 seconds. But like, it's just memories. It was always like, even at night prayer, coming up and trying to use the mic and just try and sing. It's stuff she'll always remember. And they're so lucky to grow up in the group that we've got.
Yeah, because even like last week, Sean had brought Ava to mine for a few hours, and she was yapping on about Lawrence and talking about when we go back to Lawrence, and she's 4, and she's that excited about this amazing place. That's only the second time she's experienced that, and that's how big of an impact that's had on her. It's because of the atmosphere within the group, and when we're there, it's just she loves it. She absolutely loves it.
Yeah, like it's just as a trip hard to explain. I think you said to me before we went, must have been maybe in Cherry Hall, like, you will love it, but we can't tell you how you love it. You just will. There's no way to explain how good it will be. It just is.
It was like when I was an Ubi and everyone was saying to me like, oh, we don't really know how to explain it, you'll not know how you'll enjoy it and stuff, and I was like, right, okay. So like, I'm on that plane flying into Toulouse going, what have I got myself in for here? And even now, even this is my second year, I still find it hard to explain. Like last year I went to my old school after that, I went to my high school, and they asked me to talk about it, and I was talking to like Erin Doherty and all that. I was talking to her here, and I found it so hard. The only way I could explain was put a photo up on the board and just talk about the photo. I mean, I can talk you through it, but I can't really tell you how I felt.
I think because everybody else's like experiences are completely different. Like my experience isn't going to be the same as either of yours. So it is really hard to explain. Like last year at Prep Day, it was me and Claire, we were the group leaders, and we had Lewis and Aidan. They two asked us like what to expect, and me and Claire just looked at each other and we were like, we don't know, we don't know how to explain it to you. And later on, Lewis was doing like a speech at Immaculate Conception, and he was like, I was speaking to, in the speech he was saying about how he was speaking to us, and he came away more confused than when he came into the conversation. Because I never got any clarity on what I was to expect. He went, but it wasn't until I was there that I realised that they actually couldn't answer the question, because it is indescribable. It's completely indescribable.
Yeah. I think that my first memory meeting you was on Prep Day, and it was a shared anger of the fact that they were making us do like running games on Prep Day. And I was like, what is it? We done an hour class at 10 a.m, so I trekked all the way up to Christian Talk from like 8:30 in the morning, right? Done maths, and that was lovely. Then we had about 4 hours of safeguarding, even though it was 1, but it felt like 4. And then it was like, okay, everyone line up and we'll put our hula hoop at the front and get it through. And like, people take it so seriously.
Gemma Campbell took that incredibly seriously.
Like, just seriously, hurry up!
You could definitely tell she's
hurry up! And I'm like, you actually making me run.
Actually, we just kept turning around each other and like howling, like laughing at each other. Like, and then I had made that like a group chat of my breakfast shift, and he kept leaving it. I was like, stop leaving it, that's an important thing.
You definitely didn't need that.
I didn't need it. And you were a very good shift leader.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I think coming to the end here, the last thing that I've got is just a wee fun bit, just to say, being in the music group, you're talking about the amount of hymns that you've got to learn and sing. Is there any that you say is your favourite?
My favourite is The People of God, but I think it's an upbeat
song.
Yeah, that
is
we get
good.
to
I like
clap
that
in
one.
it, everybody gets involved, and I really, really enjoy it. And was never ever a fan of Shine Jesus Shine until this year.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually,
I was about to say, I
see
used to start every
I
episode.
always just thought this is just too cheesy for me. There's something about it I just didn't like. And
I second that, and then it was the water ceremony after we
and
cried our eyes out.
yeah. So there was us two and Elisa just huddled up together, crying, trying to get through this, and seeing everybody just enjoy it, and it was amazing.
It was Father
Father Tom,
Tom just doing the kind of like waving the hand.
Yeah.
He got back up and it was as if like you were at a concert and they finished and they're like, we're coming back for one more song.
He was like encore, and Emma was like, "What's he saying?" We're like, "He wants you to sing it again." She was like, "Really?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Because we were like, because that must have been like song 12, and we were like, right, okay, we're going again. But it was something that I'll always remember.
Yeah.
Looking out and seeing every single person
Yeah.
waving their hands in the air and clapping along. It made such an emotional service. So nice to finish.
To end on a good,
End on a good high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got a favourite of him?
Oh, I actually couldn't pick, but see, since I've been back on the Spotify, I've been listening to Gentle Woman
Oh.
quite a lot. I know it's a wee
Oh.
bit random,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I kind of like Contained as well.
yeah, Contains out. Yeah, that's
Or
quite a good
Humble
obvious one.
Thyself. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
We've also, I won't get a playlist that we mentioned in the last one. SMSYG on the journey, if you like to listen to any of the hands that we listen to. That's on Spotify. And then obviously you hear a couple of them at the start of this podcast and throughout the middle of it. But I just want to thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for
It's been another very, what I hope, successful episode.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And we'll see you for the next